It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers. Of course, all the buildup in 2023. It lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. The Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
Another run here with Hall. Whoa! And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Jeremy Rucker. And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. He'll get that to Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on third and goal? And he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears come out with their quarterback, Caleb Williams. All of Chicago hoping this is the man who can finally answer that long search for a franchise quarterback for the Bears. Won the Heisman. He's the #1 overall pick in this past year's draft.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, Mike. I mean, he has that intriguing skill set that has the potential to develop into something pretty special over time. There's undoubtedly going to be some growing pains. That's expected. But I'm excited to see what he does with this opportunity now that his number's been called. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's a pickup of 17. Good for a Bears first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive, and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Now the former Eagle and Lion who's back in the NFC North, it's DeAndre Swift. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Off play action. Here's Williams. This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd down and 3. Here's Williams now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's to the former Charger, Gerald Everett. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Swift. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
One more time, they try Swift. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. it takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll try to run with Swift. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and good. And the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They give to Hall, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's got the longtime Charger, Mike Williams. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Rodgers keeping it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Call it a gain of 13, and the Jets have a 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Open man is Lazard. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
A give. Here's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Second down, Rodgers. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They will run it over center with Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath we've seen a few times, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
A throw right side is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's got his big target, Everett. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. To throw it again, it's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it, and the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They will run it over center with Hall.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and a yard. On the run, here's Hall. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he works his way past the 25 to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This one caught by Lazard. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers going up top again. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime, and the visiting Bears are in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A play fake. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Williams. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Chicago.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Pass is caught. It's Tyler Scott. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Rodgers. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Second down and 8. Rodgers. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A first down throw from Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he's going to be taken down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually.
To the goal line and in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Zerline for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets back within 7. It's 24-17. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Carter on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be second down.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. A tackle made by the former first-rounder, Javon Kinlaw. Third and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Bears sending out their punt team. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And this one doesn't do a whole lot. It's out of bounds, short of midfield. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Here's second and 2. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a first and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Williams. That's the veteran, Mercedes Lewis. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Bears first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first.
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Williams hit, and he loses the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up fourth down. These are drive killers.
The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. They'll run here. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll stick to the ground. Uh-oh. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run. Ball is hit. He's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Williams to throw on second down. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Open man is Lazard. He's got it. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They face second down and 7. They'll go again with Swift, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. On the give, it's Swift. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's Rodgers. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On third down, Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. And the Jets have a first down. Rodgers going up top again. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Rodgers. And that is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 27. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Extra point try now for Zerline. The kick is good. And the Jets will cut the deficit to 7. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
Down to a knee goes Williams. And that should wrap this baby up. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night.